a rift is widening within NATO. And this time, it's over the question of Palestine. Canada has announced it will recognize the state of Palestine at the UN General Assembly in September. The decision, backed by Prime Minister Mark Carney, comes amid growing outrage over Israel's conduct in Gaza and puts Ottawa directly at odds with Washington.
The level of human suffering in Gaza is intolerable. Earlier this week, the Minister of Foreign Affairs represented Canada at the UN high-level conference on a two-state solution in New York. In recent days, I've spoken with our allies, including President Macron, Prime Minister Starmer, President von der Leyen. I've also had a number of discussions with our ambassador to the United Nations, Bob Ray. International cooperation is essential to securing lasting peace and stability in the Middle East, and Canada will do its best to help lead that effort. Canada has long been committed to a two-state solution, an independent, viable, and sovereign Palestinian state living side by side with the state of Israel in peace and security.
Within hours, US President Donald Trump lashed out on Truth Social, tying Canada's stance to trade threats. The warning comes just before Trump's Liberation Day tariffs kick in, aimed at countries without finalized US trade deals.
Wow, Canada has just announced that it is backing statehood for Palestine. That will make it very hard for us to make a trade deal with them. Oh, Canada!
Canada's move follows France and the United Kingdom, who also declared they would recognize Palestinian statehood unless Israel changes course in Gaza. But the United States, NATO's most powerful member, is not just holding back. It's actively rejecting the idea. President Donald Trump made it clear Washington will not follow London, Paris, or Ottawa. Speaking aboard Air Force One, he said the matter wasn't even discussed in recent diplomatic talks.
We never discussed it, surprisingly. It was never really discussed. We have no view on that. We're going to get a lot of money to the area so they can get some food.
The U.S. rebuff comes as Gaza's humanitarian catastrophe spirals. According to Gaza's health ministry, over 154 people, including 89 children, have died from hunger-related causes, and the UN warns famine is imminent. On July 29th, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, under mounting public pressure, also promised action if Israel doesn't shift course by September.
The UK will recognise the State of Palestine by the United Nations General Assembly in September unless the Israeli government takes substantive steps. Meanwhile, our message to the terrorists of Hamas is unchanged and unequivocal. They must immediately release all of the hostages.
France has gone further. President Emmanuel Macron confirmed his government will recognize Palestine, calling it a step toward long-term peace.
I believe in the two-state solution as the foundation of regional security. It is time to unite our voices to recognize a Palestinian state and revive a political dynamic for peace.
The push has rattled Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned the recognitions as a reward for terrorism. Some of his far-right cabinet members are calling for the annexation of Gaza. As Europe leans toward diplomatic recognition and the United States threatens allies like Canada, NATO's unity is visibly strained, not by military maneuvers, but by deep divisions over Gaza and the path to Palestinian statehood.